call it take 4. 1.
You're listening to the world premiere of Kind by Bill Ludwig, presented by Persuading Records. Hey, this is Bill Ludwig, and welcome to the world premiere of my newest album, Kind. Today you're going to hear the entire thing, song by song, and I'll introduce each track with a little background, my inspiration, a few thoughts, and probably more than a little incoherent rambling. While I'm talking, you'll hear some demos and early versions of the tunes playing behind me that you might find interesting, or not, I don't know. This exclusive special will be available all day today, Black Friday 2020, and then it'll be deleted, never to be heard again. So grab yourself the beverage of your choice. Me, I've got a cup of coffee. Kick back, relax, and enjoy Kind, my new album, streaming everywhere December 1st, 2020.
When we all stand together once more.
The opening track on the album is a song called No Dusty Trails. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know that I had an album in 2015 called Motivator, and the concept behind that album was that it was familiar musical forms of folk and blues, inspired very much by the Lomax recordings of the 1930s, but I infused the songs with modern themes and modern lyrics. This song kind of talks about that same kind of songwriting process. And yes, I intentionally wrote the line, I'm just a modern day note picker. My dream here is that I'm going to go out and play live sometime, and every time I say that line, I'm a modern day note picker, that everyone will scream nose picker. I just think it's funny.
Never took a red-eye train to Georgia. I never rode my sorrows down the tracks. I never sat out on the porch and cried out to the moon in hopes my tears would lure my darling back. I never sipped no bourbon with the devil, or asked to trade my soul for marquee lights. Never dipped a feather pen in blood to sign my name, or stood my guitar crossroads late at night. I'm just a modern day note picker, no traveling or dusty trails. An old-time melody and words of now. You could say the clouds hold all my tales. I never walked the length of Appalachia, never marched with hands clutched within hands, never stood in muddy fields and sang to greet the sun, or claimed I had the right to use your land. By God, I never sang a fiery song of freedom while staring down a rifle sight. Never chained myself to trees to save an owl, or stop the nuclear bomb with daisy chains and light. I'm just a modern day note picker, no traveling or dusty trails, an old time melody and words of now. You could say the clouds hold all my tales. I know a simple life of love and work and hardship. I know the value of a dime. I know the feeling when I look into their eyes. I guess that's worthy of a tune from time to time. 'Cause every person's life's a story, with pages worn from repeat reads, some folded corners and a coffee stain or two, most quiet chapters mixed with few heroic deeds. I'm just a modern day note picker, no traveling or dusty trails, an old time melody and words of now. You could say the clouds hold all my tales. I'm just a modern day note picker, no traveling or dusty trails, an old time melody and words of now. You could say the clouds hold all my tales.
This next song, The Moving Things, the idea here is that, at all times when we're hanging around and we're looking for something to do, that we're surrounded by all these little moving creatures and all these little moving things all around us, that if we were to get up and just follow those little moving things around, that we could find an adventure. My last album had a children's album, and I just love that idea that there's wondrous things all around us. So this is a song like that, Moving Things. Fish come swimming, I'll go with you. Snake come slithering, I'll go with you. Butterfly come, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. See the train run, I'll go with you. Rising red sun, I'll go with you. Bird come flying, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I don't care, 'cause wherever you are is where I need to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
come crawling, I'll go with you. See the kite sail, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Submarine swim, I'll go with you. Fair come lumbering, I'll go with you. Frog come croaking, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I'll go with you. I don't care, 'cause wherever you are is where I need to be. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the moving things keep moving everywhere.
You're listening to the world premiere of Kind by Bill Ludwig, presented by Persuading Records. Next song on the album is called Good Old Days. It's a true story. My son and I were going to buy something that I saw on Craigslist. Actually, I think it might have been Facebook Marketplace. And we were driving out to Willington, Connecticut to pick it up in my wife's van. He and I just driving. It was a fall day, fall 20. I guess it would have been fall 2018. I think when I wrote the song, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, fall 2018, and so we're driving out to Willington, and it's kind of drizzly out, and the leaves are falling everywhere, and the leaves are getting stuck on the windshield wipers and stuff. And the radio's on, and a song came on the radio from 1987, and it struck me in that moment that when that song came out, I was the same age that my son was at that moment, and we talked about it, and he asked me about how things were, and this song elaborates a little bit on that concept. The concept wasn't, I mean, the conversation wasn't exactly this is a little more, so I took it a little further in the songwriting process and talked a little bit more about my whole life. But the conceit of the song anyway was that trip and that conversation, and how that conversation started with a song from a song from 1987 that when I was the same age as my son, and reflecting on that. This song's called Good Old Days.
When you were just a boy, same age as me. With those young... Caught it off to Willington, my middle son and me, dodging falling leaves and raindrops as we drove. Now and then the sun peeked out and just as quick turned gray. Just another gloomy autumn weekend day. Was 1987 coming across my radio, echoing with thoughts of long gone friends. My son, he turned and looked at me, said, "Dad, how was it then? When you were just a boy, same age as me. Were those your golden olden days? Golden olden days. Tell me about things long ago when you small like me. Your golden, olden days. My daddy was a businessman, I guess a bit like me. One day he moved away to chase a dream. At 10 I was a country boy, knew city life by 12. A working mom, a sister, sometimes me. A Reaganomic fever dream, not poor but working hard. We got along okay, suppose you'd say. It took another year or two before I found my steel. Or maybe I was hardened by the names. Were those my golden, olden days? Golden, olden days. Reminisce a bit about so many years ago in my golden, olden days. Bikes and skateboards, cigarettes, music on TV, renting movies, please be kind, rewind. Seems a clouded, hazy blur, scenes of friends and fun, mixed with solitary days of cold. Eventually my mommy died, my sister moved away, and life began when me and mom we met. First your brother, then you next, soon another yet. And life had started over once again. These are my golden, olden days. Golden, olden days. Years from now when gray and old, I think about today. My golden, olden days.
The next song on the album is called Magdalena and the Nightbird's Melody. This is my idea of a traditional folk song. It tells the story of a little girl named Magdalena, and every Tuesday night she grabs her blue guitar and she wanders out into the darkness, and she has a little spot that she feels safe out in a clearing in the forest, and she strums her guitar, and the birds in the dark sing along with what she's humming, her little melodies. A quick note on the recording process here. You'll hear on the song that the opening track sounds a little different than the rest of the song. I actually recorded the entire song on my phone using the kind of the crappy microphone on my phone, and then I overlaid the rest of the instruments on top of it. I thought that was kind of cool. So you'll hear that little production trick by old Bill.
Lady Magdalena, she had a blue guitar, played a song to night birds in the dark. still back in tune. The harmonies made Magdalena smile. Clearing on the edge of town, no one else for miles around. Magdalena and the nightbird's melody. Every Tuesday evening, when all the chores were done, she walked the path while strumming her guitar. And when she found the clearing, she sat and tuned her strings. The nightbirds watching patient from afar. She plucked out a wobbly crow. Nightbirds, they swooped down slow. Magdalena and a lilting melody. Magdalena, the nightbird song. Hear it on the breeze, through the leaves that rustle on. Magdalena, the nightbird song. Floating on the breeze with the leaves that move along.
You're listening to the world premiere of Kind by Bill Ludwig, presented by Persuading Records. And now we get to the title track of the album. I am the facilitator and creator, I guess, of the Manchester CT Songwriters Association, and I'm constantly in songwriting mode. During one of the sessions, or just prior to one of the songwriter sessions back in 2018, I was stuck with this word in my head that I knew was going to be a song, and I really wanted it to be the title of my next album. I didn't have a song, but I had a word. The word was kind. If you follow me, you'll know that my original bedroom tapes back in the day were called Self, Bees, Some. And I, coming from a punk rock background, my thought always was that it would be funny to do a bunch of kind of family-friendly things and always title your albums with four-letter words. So kind is a four-letter word, and it's a little bit of a throwback for me, but it's such a good anti-punk rock word, and it's such a positive word, and even months and months before the pandemic and all that, but with all the turmoil and chaos of the current administration and all that, I just thought we all needed a little kindness, and it was such a positive word that it just made me happy. I want to say that my pal, Christian Loftus, who's a very talented musician in his own right, he performs children's music under the moniker of Mr. Lobster, and he has several albums under his own name, Christian Loftus. Go find him today. Listen to all his music. He's incredible. He was generous enough to take this, cheesy sounding demo that you hear behind me right now, and he and I were able to get ourselves in front of a Steinway piano, and he interpreted this bad demo that I plunked out on my electric keyboard in my basement, and he made it into this just incredibly beautiful track that you're about to hear. When he performed it, I recorded it, and I went home and I listened to it, and I was immediately choked up. This song on the album can absolutely bring me to tears. I love Christian's playing. I love the song. This is my favorite song on the album, and I hope you enjoy it. This song is called Kind.
Don't oppress, don't pass on all your stress. When there's a choice to be made, don't make it in vain. Take a moment to consider the cost. One way's best just for you, but there's another way too, with less risk of your heart getting lost. Take a breath, close your eyes, let your impulse subside. Have a second just to sit with your thoughts. As you choose, you may find it might help you decide. If you just follow one rule you've been taught, just be kind. Don't insult, don't oppress, don't pass on all your stress. When the time comes, please always decide to be kind, to be kind, to be kind. Whoa, oh, be kind. Be kind, be kind, be kind. Oh, be kind.
I mean, wow, right? I mean, that's pretty powerful. Christian Loftus is an amazing piano player. I can't say it enough, and I can't thank him enough for doing that. It makes the album. The next song on the album is called It Was Your Turn. So, complete opposite here. This is a fun song. This is a song I wrote actually as a potential Marmo song. And we have played it quite a few times live. This song has been a staple in my live set since definitely summer of 2018. and I was just looking for a great place to put it. I love this song. I've played it live a lot. It gets a great reaction every time I play it. So it's all about the ups and downs of a marriage that I've found. I've been married for 26 years now, and is that right? 24 years? I don't know. 20-something years now. And, you know, when anybody who's been married or in a long-term relationship will know that it's never perfect. That, you know, when one person in the relationship is up, then the other person is inevitably down, and that when you're down, that it's, you know, the other person's opportunity to rise up and lift you up as well. And that's what relationships are all about, carrying each other through life. My wife and I have been, like I said, married for a very long time, and we're pretty good at lifting each other up and when we're down. This song's about that. It's about that balance in a relationship, and how, you know, and then the conceit of the thing is that if, you know, God forbid both of us were up at the same time, that we would just wreck everything, and that balance is what keeps us okay and keeps us from, you know, draining our bank account and, you know, going out and spending it on dumb stuff. Anyway, this song is called It Was Your Turn, also featuring a little bit of piano by Christian Loftus, also featuring some background vocals by Christian Loftus, and maybe some other instrumentation. I think Christian's all over this song. I hope you enjoy it. It was your turn.
It was your turn to make us happy, and it was my turn to bring us down. 'Cause when I'm down, you're up, and every time I'm up, you're sure to be soon heading downward. And if we ever found ourselves both on a down, we might not know how to survive. But it was my turn to make us happy, and it was your turn to make us sad. Remember that one time we were both up and we had such an awesome weekend, and we did everything we wanted to and left our bank account with just a dime. Then it was your turn to make us happy, and it was my turn throw in the towel. La 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 la. Got a nicer shirt at Goodwill. La 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 la. Had enough to pay off one bill. La 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 la. Guess it mostly turned out okay. La 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 la. So I hear you had a bad day. It was my turn to make you happy, but it was your turn, and it'll be okay.
You're listening to the world premiere of Kind by Bill Ludwig, presented by Persuading Records.
When did the days
This next song is called What Do You Know? Interesting, this song. I wrote this song back in 2013 or 2014 as I was preparing the album The Elephant. The Elephant was my first major release when I built this basement studio and tried to record something for real. This song, What Do You Know? I actually recorded it live as a YouTube video, and so if you go scroll back through my YouTube videos, you'll see me play this song, What Do You Know, way back when. And actually, one of my fans on YouTube at the time liked it so much they actually did a cover of it. So if you really go looking for it, digging deep, you'll hear someone else actually play this song too. So this is just one of those songs that's been sitting out there that I wrote that I really liked, and just never did anything with over all these years. It's again about a marriage that had been through some hard times and coming out on the other side, and a little bit of that kind of growing old together, going through the hardships and persevering. And hey, what do you know? We made it. This song's called What Do You Know?
When did the days get so long? Seems yesterday could say it in a song. The heartache of promise unkept, yet now turning back, I learn to accept. Had everything knocked from my hands, loosen the grip, it slipped through like sand. The years have brought time to let go. It's easier than, less meaningful though. What do you know? It's better now, we faced it and won. Here's how you tell, yeah, we're still here, we still have fun, and they're all okay. Do you think the dark times will stay past? No use in killing next, thinking about last. And now is the only thing here. What comes will come, won't change that with tears. you know it's better now. We faced it and won. Here's how you tell you we're still here, we still have fun, and they're all okay.
The next song on the Kind album is called This Old House. This one really struck a chord with me when I wrote it. Again, I've played it live a few times. It's kind of tricky to play live by yourself, but I've been able to do it a few times. This song again is about an old married couple that's been together forever. You know, the house is falling down, and but it's their house. The cracks in the foundation are the cracks in their foundation, and they're going to go through it together. So it's really about that. Look, we're dedicated to be together no matter what, and anything that happens, we're just going to sit here and let it all crumble down together, and we're going to sit here and we're going to turn to dust together, and that's going to be just fine. And whatever happens, it's okay, because we've got each other to hold each other through it. And at the end, if there's nothing left and we're both standing on a precipice and there's nowhere else to go, we're jumping off together, and that's it. This is a song about, my undying love for my wife, Winona, and the life that we built together. This song is called This Old House.
This old house is cracked and cold, where our little stories told, and I wouldn't want another stage or another hand to hold. This old book is also right, though there's dimming of the light. We've got a couple pages left before we say goodnight. We keep on keeping on, the world keeps spinning and the songs get sung, and every day walk closer to the edge. When it comes the time to leave, we'll lock eyes and breathe in deep, and know we're jumping on with our best friend. This old house is crumbling down, left in piles all around. And I wouldn't have it any other way. It's on a hollow ground. This old bed is safe and warm. Still new memories of being born. So glad I get to make them all with you, making sunshine through the storm. We hold on while holding on. We keep dancing while the fires burn. We're still standing while the roof comes falling down. And when it's time to end our run, the last page turned and the story done, I'll be glad turn the page with you. This old house fades away, and the years of love we made, and through it all we stood brave and tall, but only memories remain.
You're listening to the world premiere of Kind by Bill Ludwig, presented by Persuading Records. So I mentioned before, and you probably already know, my last album was 2 CDs, and one of the CDs was called Big Songs for Small People. It was all children's songs, and I just love writing children's songs. This song I consider a children's song, although, you know, it's not a Ring Around the Rosie sing-along song. It's for older kids, but it's, you know, I like to think any song that's sort of fantastical and has a lot of imagination that it qualifies, because it opens kids' minds up to some, you know, big thoughts. This song is called Dorothy and 143. It tells about an undersea adventure, you know, where someone travels undersea and has all these things and bumps into all the different fishes and things, and I thought that was kind of cool. 143, if you're an old person like I am, back in the days of beepers, 143 was code for I love you. I has 1 letter, love has 4 letters, and you has 3 letters. 143. Very clever we were back in the 1990s. 143. So this song's called Dorothy and 143, or Dorothy, I love you.
I knelt right down and said a prayer, a plea to one who's never there, when I need something clarified straight off. That dream about the coral reef, a symbol of anxiety, appeared to me a night or two ago. She said her name was Dorothy, who studied numerology, but not so much a study as a show. I told her 7 felt about right. She said then she must say goodnight, as she was feeling 5 most recently. And if my calm and introspect was met head on with misdirection, a catastrophic wave would look the sea. I knelt right down and said a prayer, a plea to one who's never there, when I need something clarified straight off. Just then a voice from high above said coral reefs were really love, and Dorothy said numbers were enough. Then fishes came and sang some songs, and me and she, we moved along. The sun is kind of filtered down this far, but stirring up some sand with me, we sat a while at toast and tea, and swam in hopes of counting all the stars. Dorothy and 143, an afternoon spent under sea. We roll just like the waves splash overhead. I'm just glad we're floating here instead. When finally we dead man's floated, I looked down in silence, noted sea anemones that wave farewell, and tears that dissipated in the vastly larger seas. Virginia loop around the drain in magic spells.
The last song on the Kind album is just that. It was the last song written for the album. We've all had a crazy 2020 between the pandemic, quarantine, some of the chaos created by the current administration. And in May of 2020, we were all locked down and quarantined. And on May 25th of 2020, George Floyd was killed. And all that stress and tension that was already there was suddenly lit like a fuse, and the people who had been stuck inside just couldn't sit silently anymore. And they went outside and they protest. I found the Black Lives Matter protests extremely inspirational. The decades of inequality, heck, the centuries of inequality, were coming to a head, and we've seen these kinds of protests before. I was a teenager when the Los Angeles riots happened, but this one feels in the present tense different. I feel differently about it, and I think a lot of people feel differently about it. I mean, who am I? But you know what I'm saying. I heard this recording online. Someone set up a stereo microphone on the deck of their apartment, and a Black Lives Matter protest was passing by, and so you'll hear it coming in the right speaker, and it works its way across into the left speaker. I found it just a stunning piece of sound, and I got the permission, and I got permission, and I laid it down underneath the song here. You'll hear it kind of sweep across. The song is called "When We All Stand Together." It's a pretty standard protest song. It felt pretty powerful to me at the time. I played it for the folks in my the Manchester CT Songwriters Association group, and they all liked it a whole lot. And when I recorded it, it felt like it was just a perfect finale to this album, and adding in that additional protesting sound really made it important to me. So this song's called "When We All Stand Together," and I really hope you enjoy it.
When assumptions of freedom all just assumed for some, then the right to keep living will be pulled from beneath their thumbs. When we all stand together once more, when we all stand together once more. When the needs of the many trickle down from the few, then the cups will flow over with a roaring deluge. When we all stand together once more, when we all stand together once more, when we stand together, united as one. There's no river wide we can't cross. When we stand together come. Hand in hand we have the strength to overcome. We have the strength to overcome. Whoa, whoa, whoa. When the sky and its sunlight only shine when they say we will bask in its blinding in the glow of the day. When we all stand together once more. When we all stand together once more.
I sure hope you enjoyed listening to my new album, Kind. It was a heck of a lot of work, and I'm really proud of it. This stream will be available for you to listen to for the rest of Black Friday. Go ahead and listen again if you want. And if you like the album, tell a friend to look for it on Tuesday, December 1st, 2020. Buy it on Bandcamp or stream it everywhere else. Thank you to all my supporters, my patrons, my chicken people, the people of Manchester, Connecticut, and anyone else that might have happened upon this thing here. Oh, and Persuading Records for hosting us here today. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone.
Felt pretty good to me.